Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Mystic Stars. Today we will discuss about 12 houses of birth chart. This one is first house of birth chart. First house represents self, your general health and your whole body in general, but specifically represents your head. This is second house of birth chart. We have to move anti-clockwise in birth chart. So this one is second house of birth chart. Second house is house of money. It is also house of family. It gives information about your family, your relationship with family, problems in your family. Second house represents your mouth. It gives information about your voice and speech. Second house is also related to initial learning which you get from your family during childhood. Second house also represents your right eye. Note, 12th house represents left eye, whereas right eye is represented by second house. Now we will move to third house. This is third house. Third house is house of courage. It gives information about your capability to take risk, to take initiative action. Third house also gives information about your younger brother and sister. Third house is house of younger brother and sisters. Third house also represents neck and hand. Third house represents neck and hand in general, whereas it specifically represents right hand and right side of neck. Left side of neck and left hand is represented by 11th house, whereas right side of neck and right hand is represented by third house. But in general, neck and hand is represented by third house. Third house also gives information about shoulder and nervous system. Third house is also related to neighbor, your relationship with neighbor. Third house gives information about neighbor. Third house also gives information about short travel, daily life's routine travel or short travel, short trips, etc. Now we will move to fourth house. This is fourth house. Fourth house is house of happiness. It gives information about your happiness. It also gives information about your mother, health of mother, relationship with mother. Fourth house is also related to luxury, like watch, car, vehicle, iPhone, mobile, etc. Luxury. Fourth house gives information about your luxury. It also gives information about your property. Fourth house also represents your chest and heart. Fourth house also gives information about your primary education up to 10th. Remember, initial learning from your family is represented by second house, which is house of family, whereas primary education is represented by fourth house. Fourth house gives information about your primary education. Now we will move to fifth house. This is fifth house of birth chart. Fifth house is also called house of love. Fifth house gives information about your love mate, your love life. Fifth house also gives information about your children. Fifth house is also house of children. Fifth house represents your abdomen above navel or above umbilicus. It gives information about your stomach. Fifth house is also house of stock market or share. Fifth house is also house of your previous life karma. Your previous accumulated karma is represented by fifth house. Karma which you have done in your previous life. Sixth house. Sixth house is house of enemy. It gives information about enemy, death, short-term disease and accidents. Sixth house also represents lower part of abdomen below umbilicus or navel. Sixth house is also related to your service, struggle in service. Sixth house also gives information about litigations and court cases. Now we will move to seventh house. Seventh house is house of spouse. It gives information about spouse. Seventh house is just opposite to first house. Therefore, it also gives information about our interaction with others. It also gives information about daily cash flow, day-to-day business. Seventh house also gives information about your saved money, saving of your money. Seventh house also represents internal genital organ. Remember, eighth house represents external genital organ, whereas seventh house represents internal genital organ. Now we will move to eighth house. This is eighth house. Eighth house gives information about longevity, your lifespan. Eighth house also gives information about sudden events or sudden incidents in your life which may transform your life. Eighth house also gives information about chronic illness. Note that sixth house gives information about short-term illness, whereas eighth house gives information about chronic illness or long-term illness. Eighth house also represents external genital organ and anus. Eighth house also gives information about your relationship with your in-laws and information about your in-laws. Eighth house also represents anxiety and stress. Now we will move to ninth house. This is ninth house. Ninth house is house of luck. Ninth house gives information about your luck. Ninth house also gives information about your father, relationship with your father. Ninth house is also house of your teachers and spiritual gurus. It gives information about your teachers, relationship with your teachers and spiritual gurus. Ninth house is also house of religion. It gives information about your religious interest. Ninth house also gives information about higher studies like PhD and doctorate. Ninth house represents thigh. It gives information about thigh. Now we will move to 10th house. This is 10th house. 10th house is house of profession. It gives information about your profession, type of your profession, and success or failure in your profession. 10th house also gives information about relationship with king, your relationship with king or higher authority. 10th house also represents your knee. It gives information about knee. Now we will move to 11th house. This is 11th house. 11th house is house of profit, house of gain or fulfillment of desires. It gives information about profit, gain, fulfillment of desires. 11th house also gives information about long distance travel. Note that 3rd house gives information about short distance travel, whereas 11th house gives information about long distance travel. 11th house also gives information about your left side of neck and left hand. Note, 11th house gives information about left side of your neck and left hand. Note that 3rd house gives information about right side of neck and right hand, whereas 11th house gives information about left side of neck and left hand. 11th house also represents leg. It gives information about leg. 11th house is also house of elder brother and sister. Note that 3rd house is house of younger brother and sister, whereas 11th house is house of elder brother and sister. Now we will move to 12th house. This is 12th house. 12th house is house of loss or expenditure. 12th house also represents isolation, jail or hospitalization. 12th house also represents left eye. Note that 2nd house represents right eye, whereas 12th house represents left eye. 12th house also represents food. It also gives information about food. So, I have given brief information about all 12 houses. We will go in deeper knowledge in our upcoming videos one by one. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel and press bell icon and keep notification on.